Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Cleveland finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Cleveland.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. We've got George Niang, also Karis LeVert out there, and it's Jay in at the 2. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Magic was a man on a mission. He dropped 50 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. When we talk about a volume scorer, this is what we're referring to. He was relentless and prolific. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams at crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
Here's Cornette. No points so far. Tatum with a screen. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Niang, that's good.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Tatum from long range. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Here's Jay. Playing Orlando, he was nearly unstoppable. Takes a 3. Tatum pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Attention fans now on the court.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Cleveland on top, up 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome to the studio for our halftime show. Both teams with some injuries. Neither team at full strength.
the Cavaliers aren't at their best right now. With Donovan Mitchell out, they're missing the heart of this team. He plays with such ferocity and effort. It's infectious. Hopefully they can generate the necessary energy without him.
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. 2-point game. The perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Pritchard in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. For the tie. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Jay's got 23.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
B.A., this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out in the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
A sneaky good scorer. I don't know that you define Derek White as a scorer. He's sort of jack of all trades, but boy, he's cooking right now.
Pass to Jay. Mobley, a screen on White. Jay, 3-pointer off the mark. Boston's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. White can't hit.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Inside, here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
Pass to Pritchard. White coming through.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Garland, the pass to Jay. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Knocks it down from distance.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Celtics trail by 5. Now here's Brown. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest. Tatum can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Jay, down low. Out to Garland, to the wing on the left. Here's Jay. That's 29 for him. Off target from 3-point range. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Holiday's checked in for Boston. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Niang, he's checked in for Allen. Wade comes in for Mobley. Strus, he's checked in for Okoro. And Jerome subbed in for Darius Garland. Gets the 3 to fall.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure up major options at the offensive end.
And it's Tatum missing. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's Jay. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, in the modern NBA, a big that can shoot with range so important. Kristaps Porzingis from 3.
It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Holiday. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Holiday's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rock inside and convert.
Niang a screen. And it's Jay missing. And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. They trail by 3. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Jay. Give him 35. Got it up. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Then it's Ty Jerome. Then it's Jared Allen. And it's Jay in at the 2. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Holiday. Count that bucket.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Jay. Mobley on a screen. And it's Jay missing. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now here's Holiday. Back to Tatum. Here's Springer. It's a mark. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jay, the pass to Jerome. Here's Jay. He's covered by Holiday. And here's Strus. Mobley, a screen on Holiday. Jay. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Right wing. Springer passes to Tatum. Off the left rim and out. The Cavaliers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. From deep. And it's Jay missing.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. All right, a moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Cleveland. On Sunday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip, starting in Chicago, going up against the Bulls.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously, because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
Okoro is checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Jerome.
Well, Jason Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
Pritchard's checked in for Springer. Cleveland has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Jay. No good with the triple.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Mobley passes to Jay. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. To the middle. Here's White. The rebound by Allen.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Jay. Back to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Boston trailing. Here's White. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Jay. Good! Another from three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man is so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball.
Brutal play at this point. It's frustrating because they've battled so hard all night.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's Jay. It's another three for Cleveland.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Fires the three. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. Shoots over Mobley. Misses off the right iron. The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. And Okoro gets it to go. And now a 7-point Cleveland lead.
Boy, what a burst from Okoro. Gets himself back up the floor, beats the defense, gets a hand to finish the fast break. Nicely done.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He emphasized staying sharp the rest of the way, saying turnovers will kill us. We can close this gap if we take care of the ball. Don't try and overdo it. Let's send it back to you guys, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Jay. And again for three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. And the Cavs with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. 19 seconds left in the game. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
9 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Jay. Off on that one. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
long
rookie last month. And
marching our way, Brent, toward the end of the season. What are members of the front offices doing right now?
Well, rosters are set, Kevin. I mean, this is what you got. You're not going to add anybody else. There's no added shooting. You're not going to get the tough rebounder guy. You've got to dig in and understand and define the roles for what these guys can do for your team moving forward. You could be leaning on your starters more and playing them heavy minutes because you're seizing the opportunity to get into a position to play playoff basketball.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case. Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever, able to do things most others can't.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam King.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's good, 2 points.
Well, an all-around player, the swingman Avdia loves sharing the rock.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Pass to Sharp. Now Ayton, defended by Allen. A baseline J, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Grant in the post, covered by Okoro. That one doesn't drop. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And the basket by Jay.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Henderson passes to Grant. Henderson outside. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Here's Jay. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Eddie Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. From outside the arc, the tray, the rebound by Grant. Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against the Celtics in Boston. Garland against Henderson. No good from Grant.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Jay. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Fires for three. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside, Avdia. From downtown, it's good from long range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far, that's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Allen, right side. Pass to Jay. Inside. Here's Mobley. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from 8. Sharp on the wing. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Really explosive as Sharp gets up in a hurry.
Mobley, the pass to Jay. Mobley a screen on Sharp. And so it's Cleveland in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the perimeter pairing will be Simons next to Avdia. Klingen is out there with Rob Williams. And it's Banton in at the 1 spot.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And you can see the work that Avdia has put into that three-point shot.
Cleveland leading by 6. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's where you want Williams putting it up. Foul line down.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This is a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. .106 left in the first half. To the inside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
And this is what you want from your big man. Mobley follows through on that putback with authority.
Henderson passes to Sharp. And he drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Sharp's got 10 points in the game.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Screen by Allen. And the basket by Jay.
Now, even after all all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter. It looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Down low. And then Sharp with the dunk.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Jay. Three-pointer. That one doesn't go. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers on top. They lead by a bucket. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah, you've been burning those midnight oils, man. You've been hitting the clubs or something?
Nah, just putting up with you guys. It's exhausting.
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Garland is out there with Jay, and it's Okoro in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Boston put on a show. He tallied 50 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Drills it from outside. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
And they're on the break.
Sometimes basketball is pretty easy, especially when you have a big guy. Get it to the big fella down low. That's Allen, and force the D to foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Jerome is checked in. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the jam.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% from the free ball here. We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA, and Shaden Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. George Niang is checked in for Jared Allen. Dean Wade comes in for Mobley. And it's LeVert in for Okoro. Ayton finds Avdia. Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. And good that time. Avdia's got 10 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Wade, a screen on Sharp. And the basket by Jay.
Well, he should be playing this game with an apron on because he's cooking right now.
Grant outside. Henderson outside. Pass to Sharp. Drops in the layup for 2. Sharp's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Wade, a screen on Sharp. Knocks down the 3-ball. 31 points for Jay.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Henderson passes to Sharp. Oh!
And Sharp is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jay. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to talk to his guys. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every 3-pointer he takes right now.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Reith is checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Robert Williams comes in for Grant. Simons, he's checked in for Avdia. And Delano Banton's subbed in for Scoot Henderson. Pass to Banton. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jay. A 3-pointer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 6. To the middle. Klingon shot is off. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Jay. No good on the 3. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Banton. The shot from the low post is good.
And not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Jay. Lets it go from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Cavaliers lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for the Trailblazers. Simons on the wing. He's joined by Thibault. Williams is out there with Klingon. And it's Banton in at the point guard.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Outside, Simons. There's the triple. The Cavaliers pull it in. They've held a 12-point lead early. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the paint. And the slam by Williams.
The Time Lord rising up.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Leading by 5. Mobley a screen on Simon. Jay misses. And for Portland, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Eibel with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. Here's Simons. And that one drops for him.
Defenders want to get physical with Simons to try to offset some of his athleticism. It doesn't always work.
Mobley a screen on Simons. Good on the triple. Jay's got 40 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Manton the pass to Simons. Takes the three. Sinks the triple. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Simons says hello. Great answer.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And the basket by Jay.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Max Cruz is checked in for Jay. A moment now to hear from... Checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Garland. Trailblazers trail by 9. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Such a ridiculous athlete. Sharp is overwhelming them tonight. When Shaden is playing with this kind of confidence, there's not much you can do.
1:43 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Jay. Offline with his three. Portland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And it's Sharp missing. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Allen a screen on Sharp. The Cavaliers with another miss. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's the teardrop. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from Allen. Jay the pass to Allen. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Screen by Allen. Jay misses. And the Trailblazers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And it's Sharp missing. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Mobley a screen on Sharp. Good on the three-point shot. Jay's got 46 points.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Allen a screen on Grant. And the basket by Jay.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From past the arc. Unable to get that one. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some good competition with the hometown advantage, and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and
that one.
Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches.
My boy is just all around excellent.
Up next, the Bulls taking on. Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
And that game against the Nets is the second game of a back-to-back. So you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Then there's Okoro, then it's Darius Garland, and it's Jay in at the 2 guard. And for Chicago, they've got TJ McConnell. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Terry in at the 3. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Allen a screen. Here's Jay. Sinks the... Trey. Well, with award season just around the corner, MP looks like the favorite to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he came out and proved that he belonged in this league. This kid has got maturity beyond his years and is certainly deserving of the honor. I think he's a lock for it at this point.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. To the inside. And Okoro gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
McConnell passes to Siakam. Six on the shot clock. Dosunmu outside, puts one up from 19. The rebound by Garland.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And a fast break now for the Bulls. And Siakam with the jam.
Wow. Siakam putting something extra on that one. Just a gifted player with style and substance.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jay. Okoro outside. Pass to Jay. Launches it. No good. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league, and when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He picked up 49 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of threes. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Here's Giddey. Up and in on the layup.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Mobley passes to Jay, to the paint. Allen. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Chicago making some changes. Williams is checked in for Pascal Siakam. Duarte comes in for Terry. And it's Lonzo Ball in for McConnell. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Reed, he's checked in for Allen. Niang comes in for Evan Mobley. Levert's checked in for Okoro. And Jerome subbed in for Garland. There's 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jay. The three-pointer off the mark. The The Bulls have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Ball passes to Duarte. Giddey's got space. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Giddey's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And Williams punches it home.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
To the inside. Vucevic with a steal. And now the Bulls in transition. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Williams punches it home.
This is what Ball is known for. A selfless player who is terrific at facilitating the offense.
Jerome on the wing. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. And that one's good. Jay.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
To the middle. Here's Vucevic. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Vucevic has gotten a second bucket on the night.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. It's the Bulls. Substitution here for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Smith. Pascal Siakam comes in for Williams. Terry's checked in for Giddey. And it's McConnell in for Ball. 1:57 left to play in the first half.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. They've got Dean Wade. He's out there with George Niang. And it's Reith in at the center position.
Yeah, an impressive offensive rebound. Vucevic isn't afraid of throwing his weight around.
Pass to Reith. Launches a three. He buries it from 3. Reith's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Siakam outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on George Niang.
I like how Siakam uses his body control to adjust to what the defense is doing.
Siakam hits them both. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Inside, here's McConnell. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Wade, the pass to Jay. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Dosunmu outside. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Terry. Picked by Vucevic from outside the arc. And it's Reith with the rebound.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's Jay. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. Hits the trifecta. Now here's Siakam. The 3 is up. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so we wrap up the first half. Chicago ahead, leading by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. For the West, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You could tell that teams aren't sure how to defend SGA. He gets into the lane so easily, and he can also hit the three ball. Now, he's a good floor general, lots to work with.
Feels like he just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Cavaliers.
I don't know what they have to do to...
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
We've got Pascal Siakam. Dosunmu is out there with TJ McConnell. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Terry in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Siakam outside. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Terry. And it's rejected. Jay, the pass to Okoro. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
Well, that's how to start the second half strong. Going right at momentum.
And so here is Chicago. They've led by as much as 10. Well, when this one's done, they'll be off to Miami, taking on the Heat. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And here's Siakam for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Siakam's got 7.
You have to take Siakam seriously at the arc. He can hurt you from there.
Allen a screen. Here's Jay. Out to Garland. Pass to Jay. Lets a 3 fly. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Terry. Siakam, right side. The 3 is up. He's rebounded by Okoro.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Ali, he's certainly got the skill level. Allen with a screen on Vucevic. And it's Jay missing. For Chicago, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Drops in the 3. Jay's got 24 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Pass to McConnell. Here's Siakam. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Good D by Mobley. Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. The Bulls trail by 3. McConnell outside. And here's Siakam. Pass to Vucevic.
2 minutes.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2 free throws. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
Some changes for Chicago. Williams is checked in for Pascal Siakam. Giddey comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Ball in for McConnell. Niang a screen. Here's Jay. Three-pointer, no good. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Giddey passes to Vucevic. A minute 31 left in the third quarter, and he gets it to go. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A plethora of different spots Vucevic can hurt you from with the ball.
Allen a screen. Here's Jay. Misses the three. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Ball into the lane. Pass to Vucevic. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Allen. The Cavs trailing. LeVert passes to Jay. Niang a screen. Puts up a 3. Connects from downtown. Jay's got 27.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Vucevic against Allen. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Oh, rejected by Allen.
Yeah, terrific block by Allen, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Jay. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Here's Giddey on the take, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
You're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
Here's Jay. Allen with a screen on Giddey. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. The Cavaliers on top. They're up by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Then it's Ty Jerome, then there's Isaac Okoro, and it's Jay in at the 2.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
Here's Buzelis. Here's Smith. Mobley grabs the board.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
To the inside. Here's Jay. Chicago with a rebound. Now ball. Smith outside. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Smith. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, guys. A timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them 3-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. PA?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Allen outside to tie it up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
And it's a good thing to see Allen trying to score more. When he does that, he attracts the defense's attention.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. 1:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. McConnell passes to Siakam. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Here's Terry. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Those are some veteran instincts there by Vooch. Knowing the situation and giving his team needed points.
Here's Jay. Mobley on a screen. And it's Jay missing.
Third personal foul. 13 foul.
Minute 6 left in the fourth. Siakam with it. Picked up by Allen.
And it's all about length for Mobley on defense. He can trap you with those long arms.
Pass to Jay. Now here's Okoro. No one near him. And he sinks it. And that one brings him within one.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now Siakam lets it go from deep. The shot no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Knocked away and out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
Well, they don't have to foul. They could just try to play some quality defense and get a stop. Because if they can get the ball back with a little time left, they'll have a chance to win this game.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
Taking 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2. They haven't held the lead for a while.
And B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point in the game. Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Just palms the block. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws. And now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific mood right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Picked it out of midair. Regulation is ended. Overtime. We've got more hoops coming. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Ty Jerome, and it's Jay in at the 2. McConnell outside. Pass to Vucevic. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And Mobley gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
And has to fight through contact to get the finish. Mobley keeping his cool under duress.
McConnell outside. Siakam. That shot is off. Good D by Mobley. Allen outside. Allen a screen from behind the arc. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
To the paint. Here's Siakam. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Siakam's got 19 points.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
And Cleveland making a change here. Kuro's checked in. A little over a minute and a half gone now in overtime. And it's Jay missing. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Bulls.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Good D by Mobley. Cleveland leading by 6. Jerome passes to Jay. Allen a screen for 3. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Here's Siakam. Oh, he nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
And this is why the team relies on Siakam. In the big moments, you can trust him with the shot. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
McConnell passes to Dosunmu. Here's Siakam. Back to McConnell. Pass to Vucevic. Fires the 3. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Big boots with a big bucket. That is clutch.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's Jay. He drops it from range. Jay's got 46.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Here's Terry, guarded by Kuro. McConnell outside. And here's Siakam for 3. The rebound by Allen. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul. In for the Cavaliers.
From deep three-point land. That one no good. Offline. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. We'll see you next time.
Hey, yo, bad play.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
something. This team is mid at best. Go get that win.